Have you ever felt there is no real reason to leave the house? No desire to pick up the phone? No need to answer messages? And then one day you realize you cannot remember the last time you were truly excited for an outing. If so, then you are not alone. And you do not need to feel guilty, because honestly, that is not a sign of depression, but a sign of maturity. After 70, your body needs to be listened to more. Your heart needs to rest far more. And your mind needs quiet moments to recover from a lifetime of busyness. At this age, the so-called joy of missing out, or JOMO, is actually the most precious gift. It is no longer about trying to keep up with the world out there, but starting to cherish every quiet moment within. In today's video, I'm sharing 5 reasons why slowing down, living more simply, more quietly is the best way for you to live healthier, more relaxed, and more peacefully every single day. If you have ever felt guilty for not being as enthusiastic as you used to be, stick around until the end of the video, because what you think you're missing out on might be exactly what your body is craving. Let's get into our first point. Slowing down helps your body recover from years of hard work. Do you think you have to keep your body moving constantly to avoid getting sick? Actually, it is the very lack of rest that causes many people over 70 to collapse, when their body exceeds its limits without anyone noticing. After turning 70, many people still harbor the fear that if they are not constantly active, going out regularly, or keeping themselves busy every day, they will quickly decline, both physically and mentally. But the truth is, your body, after decades of hard work, needs quiet space to heal itself. Slowing down does not mean giving up. It means giving yourself permission to truly recover. According to research from the U.S. National Institute on Aging, the speed of cell regeneration, muscle tissue repair, and immune system function in older adults is nearly 30% slower than in younger people. That means every little cut, every dull ache, or passing fatigue needs more time to heal. And if you keep moving like you did when you were young, your body will not have enough breathing room to repair itself from within. Eleanor, 84, from Flagstaff, Arizona, was always a very energetic person. Her whole life she took care of her husband and kids, gardened, joined community groups, and hardly ever sat still. But after a minor fall led to a persistent backache, she cut back on her social activities, spending many mornings just sipping tea and reading on her porch. Amazingly, from then on, her blood pressure stabilized, her insomnia vanished, and that feeling of weariness gradually faded away. "I never realized peace could be so healing," she said. Slowing down is a chance for your body to restore weakened functions. Your heart beats more steadily, your knees get a rest, and your liver and kidneys work less hard. When you are no longer caught in a tight schedule, you will sleep more deeply, digest better, and your mood will be more stable too. You do not have to give up every activity, you just need to know when to let go. Setting limits for plans, allowing yourself a full afternoon of rest, or simply sitting and listening to the birds outside without feeling guilty, these are small things with profoundly healing power. Life does not always have to be a race. At this age, sometimes slowing your pace by a beat is exactly how you go further. Let yourself rest, not because you are weaker, but because you have earned it after a lifetime of resilience. And as you slow down to let your body rest, do not forget another thing that needs to be released: mental pressure. Some people over 70 show up to every single meeting until the day they pass from exhaustion, and nobody understands why. After age 70, many people feel guilty when they no longer want to socialize, go to parties, or join community events as often as before. They worry that if they slow down and interact less, they will become lonely. But the truth is, for older adults, less social activity does not equal sadness. It can be the gentle remedy that helps soothe the mind and reduce stress. According to a survey from the University of California, Los Angeles, older adults tend to grow more sensitive to noise, time pressures, and social stimulation. When exposed to too many crowds or packed schedules, they can easily become stressed, exhausted, and even suffer from chronic insomnia. Selectively limiting your social presence can give your brain a rest and help it find its internal balance again. Walter, 82, from Grand Rapids, Michigan, used to be very talkative and attended nearly every veterans meeting in his area. But in recent years, he chose to retreat to his garden, read books, and only call old friends occasionally. I just don't need all those noisy conversations anymore. My mind feels lighter now. I have fewer negative thoughts, and I sleep soundly every night, he shared. Choosing to interact less is not about shutting yourself off. It is about being selective about the energy you take in. Instead of forcing a smile through tiring get-togethers, you can choose more meaningful moments. A quiet phone call, a walk with a loved one, or simply sitting in silence beside someone without needing to say a word. The most valuable thing after 70 is not the number of people you see each day. It is the peace you feel inside. Give yourself permission to step back from noisy conversations. Permission to say, I'd rather stay home today, without guilt. You do not have to chase social expectations to feel like you are living a full life, because sometimes it is the quiet that gives your heart space to rest and your mind space to heal. And that is the most precious gift you can give yourself at this age. And when you have started choosing to live more slowly, cutting back on unnecessary meetups, another benefit will slowly emerge. Deeper, more consistent sleep. Memory does not disappear. It just gets buried under long, restless nights. Getting enough sleep is not a luxury. It is the only way to hold on to what is most precious in your life. Many older adults think that being forgetful, mixing up names, or forgetting what they just did is an unavoidable part of aging. But few realize that a majority of memory issues at 70 and beyond do not come from aging alone. They come from years of poor quality sleep. A brain that does not get proper rest cannot store new memories or clear out the junk that causes cognitive decline. Research from Harvard Medical School reveals that older adults who get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night have memory, focus, and reaction speeds that are nearly 30% better than those who sleep less than 6 hours. Deep sleep helps the brain consolidate short-term memories, process information, and repair neural pathways that have weakened over time. Jeanette, 77, from Albany, New York, was worried when she started forgetting appointments, leaving her keys in the fridge, and calling her grandson by the wrong name. But instead of trying brain supplements, her daughter suggested improving her sleep routine, turning off the TV earlier, no tea after 5 p.m., and taking 15 minutes to unwind before bed. After a few weeks, she noticed she could recall small details from her day and could even tell stories from her youth with more clarity. I never imagined that just getting enough sleep could make my mind so sharp, she said. Sleep is not just rest. It is the brain's most powerful self-repair mechanism. During deep sleep, your brain clears out neurotoxins that build up during the day, toxins closely linked to Alzheimer's and dementia. If you often wake up at night, sleep fitfully, or do not feel refreshed in the morning, that is a warning sign your brain is severely sleep deprived. Try setting a consistent bedtime, limit blue light from phones and TVs, and have some warm water or listen to soft music before sleeping. You do not need sleeping pills. You just need to create a peaceful space and give your body permission to truly rest. At this age, memory is not something you have to lose. It is something you can still protect if you know how to sleep right. Start tonight. Do not let your precious memories fade away just because you traded sleep for things that were not worth it. If you are still watching and getting value from this, do me a favor and drop a 3 in the comments below to let me know. And if you have not already, consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell so you do not miss what is next. Your support helps us keep making more helpful and inspiring content. And for deep sleep and lasting memory, there is another foundational element that cannot be overlooked: eating on time. A well-timed meal can save you from a midnight blood sugar spike, but many older adults still think eating whenever I am hungry is perfectly normal. Many people over 70 keep irregular eating habits, skipping breakfast, eating dinner late, or snacking randomly throughout the day. They assume as long as they eat enough, their body will be fine. But the truth is, the older you get, the more sensitive your body's internal clock becomes to timing. Eating at the wrong times not only causes digestive issues, but also slows your metabolism, causing the body to build up toxins and leading to common age-related illnesses like diabetes, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol. According to the Mayo Clinic, an older adult's digestive system works up to 40% more slowly than a younger person's. When you eat too late or too early, your stomach cannot produce digestive juices in time, your intestines cannot absorb nutrients efficiently, and your pancreas might release insulin at the wrong moment, making blood sugar levels erratic, dropping your energy, and causing long-term weakness. Harold, 80, from Eugene, Oregon, used to skip breakfast and eat a late lunch after sleeping in. At night, he would often snack on cake or fruit to satisfy a craving. Over time, he started feeling bloated, burped often, and his blood sugar was all over the place. Following his doctor's advice, he started eating breakfast regularly before 8 a.m., lunch on time, and dinner before 6:30 p.m. Amazingly, after just 2 weeks, his stomach felt lighter, he slept more deeply, and he no longer felt that lingering fatigue after meals. Keeping a stable meal schedule is a simple but effective way to help your body get ready and prepare for digestion, absorption, and elimination at the right times. Breakfast before 8 a.m. kickstarts your metabolism, a midday lunch maintains energy, and an early dinner gives your stomach enough time to rest before you sleep. You do not need a strict diet or a complicated regimen. Just eat at the right times, eat lightly, and eat enough. Your body will know how to handle the rest. After 70, what your body needs is not expensive or fancy food, but a kind, steady rhythm each day. Give your stomach the respect it deserves, because when it works smoothly, the rest of your body can find peace too. And when you have eaten on time, slept enough, and lessened your social pressures, another precious gift will slowly appear. Quiet moments throughout the day, a mild headache, a skipped heartbeat, a slight numbness in your left leg. They do not raise alarms until they become a permanent problem you cannot change. At 70 and beyond, many people are still stuck in the habit of staying busy so I do not feel old. They fill their days with get-togethers, binge-watching TV, or always finding something to do. But this fast pace with no downtime causes them to miss the faint but critical signals their body is sending. A persistent ache, a fleeting ringing in the ears, a slightly irregular heartbeat. Without pausing to notice, these all get ignored until a real illness surfaces. According to a study at Harvard Medical School, older adults who spend at least 30 quiet minutes each day, no devices, no conversation, are 40% more likely to detect unusual symptoms early compared to those always distracted by noise and activity. This stillness is what helps the brain focus on small changes within the body. An unfamiliar back pain, shallow breathing, or unexplained bouts of fatigue. Ruth, 85, from Santa Fe, New Mexico, once said her habit of sitting quietly by the window for 20 minutes each morning helped her notice something she had missed for 3 years. Her left foot would go slightly numb whenever she stood for too long. Because of that, she discovered early signs of type 2 diabetes and adjusted her diet in time. She said, "If I'd kept myself busy like I used to, I probably would not have noticed a thing until it was too late." You do not need deep meditation or fancy techniques. Just sit quietly, no phone, no TV, and ask yourself one simple question. How does my body feel today? Listen to your heart, your breath, the slight tension in your wrist, or the sensation in your feet. It is a gentle yet profound form of daily self-check. We usually see a doctor when symptoms are obvious, but the right kind of quiet can be your very first early warning system. Do not be afraid of stillness, because sometimes it's the only space where your body can finally tell you something important. Give yourself a quiet moment each day. Not because you are getting older, but because you are listening to yourself with wisdom and with love. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for yourself is turn off the phone, pour a cup of tea, and simply be nowhere at all. No need to force yourself to go somewhere if your body just wants to be home. No need to answer every message, every single invitation. You are not lacking. You are choosing what is worthy of your remaining time and energy. Slow down a little to feel your own heartbeat more clearly. Be quiet a little to hear the steady rhythm of a peaceful morning. No rush, no pressure, no forcing it. If this video has made you feel more at ease about declining an invitation or has given you permission to rest without feeling guilty, Please share it with someone who might be struggling between what they should do and what they need to do to rest. And if you have found your own way to live slowly, deeply, and joyfully, I would love to hear about it in the comments below. You never know, your story of finding peace might just give someone else the courage to let go and live more authentically. Wishing you peace every single day, and I hope you find true joy in all the things you thought you were missing out on.